Okay, welcome back. It is day 3, or episode 3, I should say, of our first Extinction playthrough. Last time we wrapped up, we did a successful run to the school. We got ourselves some books. We're, I would say, nicely stocked up on food at this stage. But I think what we're still missing is an axe. So I'm kind of debating where would be best to go. We do have the lumberyard, but an alarm did go off down here. And also, like, it's not really the best place to get axes anyway, I don't think. So we need to have a think about that. We'll see. Okay. Right. Hello, I started Project Zomboid a few weeks ago and watched some of your videos, so thank you for the content. Hey, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching them. We could try, if we wanted to, we could try a little road trip out to McCoy logging. But I think our problem there would be fuel. So we'd need to get ourselves some more gas. Of course, I lock all the doors, don't I, at night? So if you're just joining us for the stream today, or you missed the last few VODs we've done, one of the biggest differences in Extinction is that the zombies occasionally can open doors. They have the cognition to open doors, which is terrifying. 6.503 out of 37. Yeah, there's no way we get where we're going on that much gas. We need to, so that needs to be priority number 1, really, is we need to secure gas. We also need water, maybe like a water dispenser, and an axe to barricade the safe house with. So I think I get myself some food, we can head out. How's my bat looking? My bat is about half condition. Let me load my crowbar into the trunk of the vehicle. Just so we have a spare with us. Also gonna take the meat cleaver as well, I think. Greetings, pond folk. What up, Isky? How you doing? We've got a stale sandwich. Let's eat one of those just to get that out of the way. I feel like I need to move some more stuff over to the freezer, potentially. Let's put this stuff in the freezer. We've got another sandwich. I will bring with me maybe a burrito. A burrito sounds like a good on-the-go item. I think that'll be everything. Fill up our water, and we should be good to go. So our biggest thing at the moment is gas. That will enable us to do a lot more. So really we need to find some vehicles that perhaps I could get some more gasoline from. There were some around the school. I can't remember if we checked those last time. But I also know that there's still a relatively large group of zombies just here. If we come around this way that we've already cleared, then perhaps we can sort of dot across the schoolyard. There's also a bunch more houses up here, to be fair, with garages that we've not really ventured into yet. Garages and sheds. I don't know if that's a garage or not. I'll give it a look. We've been in there? We have been in there. We've cleared this. Okay. So this is why I mark buildings in between playthroughs. Because I always forget which buildings I've actually looted. I do like a lot of like, you know, recording and stuff offline, and then I come back to the playthrough and I have no idea what I've actually done. I think I already cleared this shed as well. Yeah, I've ticked that off. So I need to bring gas can and the rubber hose. I think I did actually grab some gas out of one of the vehicles in the schoolyard, but I don't know how many I've cleared. I've heard live zombies have corpse sickness in Extinction. Yeah, that was something that I heard as well, and I thought was the case early on, but I'm really not sure. I don't know if that's just like one of Project Zomboid's tried and true bits of misinformation, or whether it is actually happening. Because a lot of, I will say, like, Zomboid does have a bit of a problem with misinfo sometimes. So I'm not really sure. Okay, so we definitely haven't been in here yet. This could be a good building to get into. The trouble is breaking down the door. You say you don't remember what you've done, which is an odd coincidence, as I have sworn testimony from someone called Frank, claiming to be one of your dependents, and alleging he has never been fed in his entire life and will expire if not fed immediately. He does actually need his L word at some point soon, to be fair. No rush. So he is actually... His testimony has worked. He is being fed post-haste. But he has eaten today already. Last time I played Zomboid on 42, I have several animation glitches and skipping, like zombies attacks animation skipping. Did they fix that? There's been a lot of like animation bugs and stuff that they fixed by now. I mean, I'm not seeing any at the moment as I'm playing, so you know, make of that what you will. Currently, I'm not having any problems. That scream has actually drawn them across my path, which is really frustrating, but also might clear up that road just to my south. Have you or someone you know been cheated out of lunch or treats? You may be entitled to compensation. True. Frank would be claiming compensation left and right, dude. Whether he deserves it or not. Frank has been lunched. Amazing. Yeah, we have to be careful about saying mealtime words. Because he knows what breakfast, lunch, and dinner all mean. A nice little holster. Return I have, breakfast I have received. Amazing. Amazing news. Yeah, man. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna make this incredibly awkward. But let's see what we can do. I remember dropping those keys there because the car was in crash condition. Out of gas. Pretty sure we already checked this one. But, you know, do my due diligence here. Of gas. There's 2 more down there. I don't think we're getting near this blue one just across the parking way. But we might get to this one. Smaller vehicle. I honestly feel like I'd just be better off going elsewhere. Checking out some of these other places with garages. I think that's what I might do. It's going to take me ages to get through these zombies. I might break down this this door here. Let's give it a few swings. The T word and the W word are the big ones for Pete. Bugapoo. Ah, yeah, walk. Yes, that's a T word. I don't know the T word. Oh, T for, yeah, for treat. Yeah. Okay. Need to take a sit. Are we still putting on weight? No. So that's something we need to try and rectify. Because we did actually manage to get this up to a stable level last time. Well, here he comes, having eaten his lunch. If you can hear snorting in the background chat, that's Frank with his ball in his mouth. You eaten, buddy? Did you have a good dinner? Yeah? Boy. Okay. Got a little bit of muscle strain. Yeah, what up, Grant? We're in. Knee pads, carpentry chisel. What would I use a carpentry chisel for? Making weapons, smelting. Okay, well, I guess we can take it. I doubt we'll get to the point of needing to smelt, but mechanics 1 and a welding torch is huge. Leather gloves. Do we already have some of those? No, we have fingerless, so let's wear leather gloves. Bellows. You know, I was going to look for an axe to do some barricading, but if we've got a propane torch, a welding torch, and we have a propane barbecue in our back garden, we could actually just weld some sheets on. That is a thing we can do. Yeah, what up, Malcolm? How's it going? Hey, yo. Who just now? An anonymous gifter was gifted 10 submarinos. Thank you, bud. Whoever that is. Oh, is that going to play every single one of these? Oh, no. Usually it plays them all as a batch. I wonder why it's insisting on playing them all. Maybe it's because it's like an anonymous one. Weird. I apologize to anybody watching this on the YouTube VOD. There will be a lot of bread on your screen for the next couple of minutes. However, thankfully, I'm not doing anything too interesting. But yeah, I think it's probably because it's an anonymous gifter. Anyway, thank you very much, whoever the anonymous person is. Slice, thank you very much for the follow. Hey, MrAtomicDuck, finally I'm catching one of your streams live. Love your content. Keep it up. Thank you, Crowd Control. I will do just that. And we've got some more garages over here. I'm thinking we just push around that way. I reckon. Okay. I do also want to keep an eye out for extra propane barbecues now too. Thank you, Melon. The 100 bits has been very generous today. Thank you. Also, heads up, chat. If you hear a scream or a squeal in the background, please do not be alarmed. Lucy is playing Project Zomboid and sometimes gets jump scared. March Ridge Cold War Bunker. Hang on. Home Sweet Gnome. Wait. I need to read this flyer. Actually, just finished your YouTube VOD 2 minutes ago. What did I miss in the last 30 minutes? Not much. We've just headed out looking for some gas, and that's pretty much where we are. Gnomes, gnomes, gnomes. No home's a home with no gnome. Have a gnome? You need more gnomes. Home Sweet Gnome has all the gnomes you need and more. Call us to know more about our gnomes. No more excuses to be gnomeless. Call 555. I want to know more. Wow. That's absolutely stunning. Fantastic work. This is the March Ridge Cold War Bunker. Oopsie. Do you think they'll still add archery? Oh yeah, probably. Probably. It'll take a while though. Thomas, Sizor, and Mr. Henry, thank you very much for the follows. You mean in build 42 though? No clue. Can't say. That would be me guessing at best. No idea. Oh, we've got a basement here. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Broke the window. Come on then, I heard you. In fact, this isn't actually the worst thing in the world. That's on the back door, I think. Okay. Whew. Take my leftover bitties and go get some gnomes. Thank you for the 8 bits, man. I appreciate it. Okay, this is huge. We have found some ice cream. And ice cream is great for calories. So, we're gonna eat this whole thing. We're gonna keep an eye on our weights. Like these, I just tend to eat these when I find them if we need weight. Because there we go, that's immediately put me in the green, weight increasing. And I can come back and get some more of this once I'm done looting. Breakfast consumed. Now to sit back, relax, and watch someone else zomb some boys. Zomb some boys. Somebody would zomb my boyd. Sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Checking the basement next. Zombie there. Basement's locked. Annoying. Zombies didn't have any keys, did they? That I missed? No. No. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this zombie and then we can maybe see about smashing down this basement door. Yeah, there's still a couple nearby, so this might draw some attention. Just gotta watch myself. Copious biscuits, thank you for the follow. It was a long time ago on oh, archery was on their list of features to build 42 a long time ago. I see. Nope, I have no idea. If it was on their list to build 42, then you know they probably will do it. But I know they do say in those lists that you know things could change. So who knows? Who knows? If it happens, it happens. I've been taken by ads. Someone put me out of my misery. You know what? Hold on. Give me but a moment. Give me but a moment. There you go, Ronan. for contributing in the conversation today. You have earned yourself a gift sub. Ads be gone. Enjoy. Thank you for tuning in and being active and getting involved and stuff. Very much appreciated. Now sit back and watch me slam this door repeatedly for the next 5 minutes. You have no choice. Okay. This is a cool little basement. What we got in here? Oh, it's like a bar. Kitchen space. Camera film. Oh, I see. It's a developing studio. The cameras. Got in here. Ooh, salami slices. A little bit of vinegar. This would make a very interesting base, something like this. Take like a little space like this and see if you can convert it into a little home. This would be kind of cool. I've always wanted to do like a basement-based conversion. It's just having one way in and one way out is obviously a bit spooky, but I almost feel like in this game mode, then it might help because there's less chance that zombies are going to attach to like your door. If you're in a big house, right, and zombies have cognition to open doors every so often, or windows and that as well, there's more chances of them sort of getting involved and getting in your space. Basement kind of removes some of that risk. Trade-off is just if one does attach to your base, you have no alternative escape. There's another basement here. There's so many basements. If the frequency has been upped in this difficulty or something. Because we've been finding quite a few more, I think. Thank you, my good man. Though if ads are to your benefit, I really don't mind. I think a sub is more beneficial on Twitch than ads. Ads don't really pay much. But I'm also like not hugely worried about my Twitch income, to be honest with you. Like Twitch is something I do because I enjoy it and it's fun for me. It's nice to kind of relax. Now the VOD channel on YouTube does bring in like a fair bit of revenue for me. But yeah, this is mostly just because I enjoy it, to be honest. I get to play different games that I want to play with no pressure, you know. Another basement. Oh! Don't do that again. Oh, okay. This could be huge. Pray for an axe, chat. Have a saw. I don't know if we have one of these already, so I'm going to grab it. Pray for axe. Another saw. Grab another hammer. Here we go. Rolling through. Metalworking chisel. Welder mask. Okay, that gives us everything we need now to do some metalworking. Another box of nails. Carpentry 2. I think we already have that one. I'm not 100%. But I think we already have that one. Twine. We would probably need a lug wrench. Bench anvil. Okay. I feel like we're being set up here with a lot of like potential blacksmithing supplies. My metal baseball bat is pretty much gone, so we could swap this for this crowbar. Get rid of that. New weapon. I feel like we are being set up a little bit for blacksmithing work, which could be interesting because I've never looked into it before in my life. Honestly, just because the whole thing puts me off because of how daunting it is. But we could look at it. Definitely want to come back down here in a sec. Let's get some of this stuff back to the car. And maybe we'll bring the car around. How difficult is blacksmithing to get into, chat? And how useful do you think it really is at the current stage? Like, are blacksmithing weapons, like, you know, above most of the weapons that we'd be able to get? Do we think it would be worthwhile us doing some blacksmithing? We need to maybe have a look and see, like, how we would get into it. I know we'd need, like, some stuff to make a proper bench, but I mean, we've got bellows. We would go and grab that, that other piece we found there, the anvil. I think those are, like, some of the most difficult parts. I'm surprised the torn down homes in that Tornado Alley part of the map don't have more basements. Well, a lot of the basements are randomly allocated, right? It's only really the point of interest ones and like a couple extras are defined as always there. Blacksmithing is an interesting grind, gone to 10 twice now. The big pain points are the grind for the forge. If you can't use the bellows you find, you have to craft... you can't use the bellows you find. You have to craft large bellows with leather, and the grind for stone / masonry is a pain. Yeah, see, that's I'm just thinking, like, it's probably not worth it. Because if we have to make bellows, that's carpentry 1. So we would need a piece of medium leather brewed. Now, is that treated? Because leather has like a bunch of different phases, doesn't it? You have to put it on like a drying rack. Can't you loot bellows? So he said the you can't use the regular bellows. You have to make some large ones. Would imagine maybe the regular bellows is for only certain recipes. You can make weapons and armor with blacksmithing. Yeah, the armor is definitely right now very situational. Yeah, 100%. I still stand by my opinion that I don't think it's worth crafting armor in the current state of the game. You're better off just being naked. There's no... Because they added discomfort, it's just not worth it at all. Before it was a case of like armor would slow your movement in some ways. Like it would slow your attack speed if it was like arm stuff, or slow your running speed if it was your legs, etc. But then they added discomfort as well, and now it just feels like there's no There's no purpose to wearing armor at all. I just don't feel like it's in a well-balanced state right now. But that's okay. I mean, you know, Build 42 is one of those things that, you know, they're still trying to find out where everything lies and still balancing things. I'm gonna grab all these tools. Feel like potentially we could go into blacksmithing. Propane lantern bottle. Can I use this to fill a welding torch? Propane lantern bottle. I think we already had a half mask respirator back at base. Okay. Yeah, I know some of the weapons aren't worth it, for sure. Is there a mod that adds a toughness skill to help mitigate being uncomfortable? I might have seen it through one of your mods videos. Yeah, we did cover that mod. Honestly, I like any mod that tries to make discomfort like a bit more balanced. But I genuinely don't think it has a place in the game as it stands. I just think it's like, for me at least, and having seen the opinions of the people that have actually developed it as well, and knowing that those people love realism and are very sort of like realism focused, I think it is one of those cases where it's realism over fun. The discomfort feature. There's no opposite to discomfort. Like, there's no comfort feature, right? That could provide like buffs to our character. Like, let's imagine we make a nice safe house, right? We start to do some actual decorating and make it a comfy environment. If we are comfy, there could be a buff attached to that. It would make us happier or reduce stress and anxiety, for example. That is currently not in the game, so discomfort is a straight negative thing to an already unfavorable situation. Like, you know, the veterans of Project Zomboid will wear nothing because they know that is the fastest. It's the fastest your character can be is wearing nothing, and that is preferable to preventing damage. So armor then getting discomfort on top of it currently makes no sense to me, and does feel like realism over fun. But you know, that's just my opinion, and I realize that some people like the discomfort feature. Although I don't think I've actively seen anyone praise the discomfort feature. Muscle strain I can kind of get, as long as it's at a good level. Muscle strain to me is something that allows for a bit more planning. So for me, like, I can't go and attack like a whole bunch of zombies. I have to heal away like a manageable group, loot what I can, and then come back and clear the rest, or make plans to like gradually clear out a group rather than just having access to everything I need. And it makes high loot locations more of a of a risk and a time sink to clear. But I do think it needs the right levels, otherwise it gets too much. I like what they've done with like reducing muscle strain a little bit in Apocalypse now. Like, why would you wear armor when you could just wear clothes with padding that gives you no discomfort? Yeah, exactly, right? Tailoring is, you know, tailoring is much more preferable right now. 100%. It just, like I say, right now it just doesn't really have a place for me, and I think that's a large part of the reason why a lot of people haven't engaged with the blacksmithing profession as a rule. It just doesn't feel like it has a place currently. That was a good haul of tools and supplies. And I think we can now start putting some metal sheets up, maybe. I'll be happy when the devs bring back or release into the build primitive recipes. Yeah, the primitive stuff I'm really excited for. I was actually talking about that with Lucy today. We used to have a map on build 41 that we had commissioned for our server called Lost to Nature, and it was a wilderness survival map. And the creator of that has now actually updated the map and brought some new additions to build 42. And it got me thinking, like, really now, what do we actually need to add in order for people to be able to play wilderness survival? And I think I basically came to the conclusion that it was early stage crafting of bowls. So like carving a bowl. And shoes. Like, if you can make, and this is tailoring 1, so you can get around that. But twine is the only thing. So like, what can you make twine? You can with hemp dogbane. So you can actually make your own shoes for wilderness survival now, so we wouldn't need that. You just need to make sure you have level 1 tailoring when creating your character. I would maybe like to see this as level 0 just for primitive play, but that's, you know, just my opinion. And yeah, carving bowls to hold water so you can boil water. I think that's literally it. Which is cool. Like to see that. Ian Gedden, Queen Binny, and Sheboygan. Thank you very much for the follows. Sheboygan. What a name. Okay. Extra room for tools. You need pegs and dovetail primitive crafting. Pegs. Like nails. Like nails for like wooden nails and stuff. Yeah, wooden nails I can see being a big one. Too much current reliance on nails, yeah. Wooden nails would be a really good one for primitive survival. I don't know, maybe I need to like make a bit of a list of items or something for the devs that would allow wilderness survival to progress in the current state of the game. Like, you know, would allow people to play it. Because we know that was something they were going for. right? So I don't know. Maybe I need to let them know about the key bottlenecks, but they probably already know, to be honest. Right. So we start applying. So can I barricade this? We have a welding torch. We have a steel sheet. Hang on. Is this... Metal sheet barricades, welding level 3. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. So... never mind. Let's ruin that plan. Let's go ahead and move everything into the fridge. We got a new book as well. What we got? So we still don't have carpentry level 1. We didn't have carpentry level 2 like I thought, so we should probably go back and get that. But yeah, carpentry level 1 is the big one right now that we need. If I watch Woodcraft episode 4, would that get me through... It wouldn't get me through carpentry 2, so I still wouldn't be able to use the intermediate book. Are we still putting on weight? Yes, our weight is still rising. This is good. Let's eat another sandwich. I need to keep my weight rising for a little bit. We're all good here. Make sure we lock this. Yeah, what up, Didinsky? Extinction's going well, thank you. Lock our front door as well. There's old Poncho. Sorry, Pancho. We should catch exposure survival because we've got all the other TVs in the area turned off. Kind of want to learn butchering basics. And then I think maybe mechanics next. Oh, this is trapping. Nice. A little bit of trapping XP. We need to get some recipes before we can make a snare. Oh, Frank. You look so comfy, buddy. Mind if I show chat Frank's current position? Hang on, chat. It's time for our Frank segment of today's stream. 1 second. Look at him. The light's coming in on the camera, which I can't do much about, but look at this boy. So this is Frank's assumed position a lot of the time when Lucia's at the PC. Just curled up on her lap. He's a good boy that loves the snuggles with his mom. So he's currently just falling asleep What a comfy wrist rest. Yeah. Yeah. He likes to lick Lucy's hands while she's playing Zomboid. It makes survival much more difficult, but he's worth it. He's a sweet boy. Eh. He's a sweet boy. He always loves to go up there. That's kind of his favorite place to be. I need to take a screenshot for a thumbnail. I feel like this would be a good one. Okay. Turn the TV off and we'll go to bed. Call it a night. Almost midnight. I don't think we could lock that door, could we? Oh, we can. Okay. I'm surprised she gets any gaming done. I mean, she tries her best. It's difficult with a Frank on your lap, but once he settles, he's fine. Once he's like laying as he is now, he's fine. But he does go through stages where he's like on her lap and refusing to settle and just constantly licking her arm because he loves her so much. Homie, one thing at a time, an 8-inch floppy disk drive. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I love that last name. 8-inch floppy disk drive is amazing. Okay. Still, let's give our character a wash here. I mean, it does seem like a very comfortable spot. When Frank is not there, I imagine Duck's head takes his place. Nah, it's Frank's spot. He'll get too protective. He actually, it's quite funny. If me and Luce, you know, hug or anything like that, Frank immediately comes running over as if to be like, attention for me, please. Where is mine? It's hilarious every time. Frank is sausage shaped. Yes, he's quite rotund. Very round. But he has lost a lot of weight, to be honest, since we got him. Like he lost quite a bit of weight and then we had to like adjust his diet again just to like help him put a little bit more on, and now he's kind of like come back to, you know, he's gained a little bit and we're seeing if maybe we need to reduce portion sizes again. He is a beached whale, that he is. How old is Frank? Just over 5 years old. What up, Paul? How's it going? Frankfurter. Yeah, that's actually one of our nicknames for him is Frankenfurter. Frankenfurter and Frankenstein. Right, still on the lookout for an axe. And when his mum's upset with him or is trying to get him to do something, his name is Franklin. Franklin J. Hunt tends to be the full name when she's upset with him. Hopefully he smells slightly better than a beach whale. Oh, my sweet summer child. Sweet summer child. He does not. Having a quick look at the online map here. I believe there is a gas station south of here. And some, like, sort of rural farmhouses. And I'm hoping maybe we can find an axe out there somewhere. So I think we're going to take a little bit of a drive to our south to see if the gas station is very populated. It's our next bet. Yes, he has a TikTok channel now. Frank has a TikTok page. Lucy's just put it in chat, but it's Frankenfurter Frenchie. Which is very creative, but in hindsight might not be the easiest thing to search for. Oh, here's the zombies from the lumberyard. Oh wow, yeah, look. So they all came down there when an alarm went off in like one of the last episodes. Rusty Aardvark, thank you very much for the prime. Thank you, thank you. Can we get some MrAtomicDucks in the chat, please, for a new subscriber? Thank you. All these zombies. Oh, there's a sprinter. This is the drive-in. We're not going in there. Although, might be a good place for us to get some gas from some cars. This is where I wanted to be. Well, this isn't actually too busy. Hey. This isn't actually too busy. And there's a popsicle freezer. And we have a crowbar. This might work. You over there. I reckon we can avoid them. An actually not overwhelmed gas station. A gas station that isn't covered in zombies. Imagine. We have been blessed. Finally woke up early enough to catch you live. Good morning, chat. Dark Lucy and Sir Frank. Hello, good morning, Arvo. Gotta make sure there's long delays between posting for the anticipation. Yes. Honestly, I feel like Lucia's been has been more on top of scheduling for Frank's channel than her own recently, to be fair. It's really, really easy to get funny clips of Frank because he's such a dork. Okay, there are some zombies coming in. Here, one inside. Let's get this car filled up before any of those zombies get here. Go, go, go. Oh. Here they come. This is what happens when you get zombies with like random amounts of hearing, right? Because some of them will come in from much further away. All right, we full. Let's kill these couple zombies, and then maybe we can put some more in the gas cans we have. We are. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. Killed the alpha duck, need wisdom tooth out, but got infection at the moment. Oh my god, Paul. Ugh. I bet that's painful. Can't imagine that's very enjoyable, sir. Ooh, wet boots. How are our boots looking? Oh god, I didn't realize they were so low on condition. We've been doing a lot more stomping than I realized. Suppose when you're stomping on every zombie multiple times instead of just once. Hey bud, you need to get down? 1 second, chat. Just gonna help Frank down from his chair. Are you alright? You sure? Oh, well, he got there before you. But notice how I said help Frank down from his chair, not Lucy's chair. That was the slip of the tongue, but it's probably accurate, honestly. Out of gas. Liars! There was gas in the pumps. What's this? Rice vinegar. Can we use rice vinegar in place of standard vinegar for, pickling? Okay, we're gonna put... Oh, God. Okay, that scream. I'm gonna fill this 1 gas can. No, just fill the one in my hand, dude. Like, why would you get another one out? Why would I possibly get another one out there? Just fill the one I've got in my hand. In my inventory. I'm just keeping tabs. Because a scream like that can move zombies around. It looks like we're okay. Right, equip secondary. Isn't it 5 PM in the UK? No. It's 2 PM. 2:04. (2:04) currently. Gee, bless me, sorry. Oh, Franklin, has Mum gone in the craft room to do some crafting? Oh, you so neglected, buddy. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear the snorting in the background, but that's the noise he makes when he holds his ball. There's like a little dragon. Okay. Okay, 4 extra gas cans. Now, 2 things I want to do. Check that car, and check the gas station, and grab the freezer. I'm going to grab the freezer first, I think, because I can do that, hopefully, without setting off an alarm, if there is an alarm in this building. The moment I climb through the window, I risk setting off the alarm. More ice cream. Popsicle fridge acquired. Let's be very quick, as it will cause me damage. Got just enough room for it. There we are. Oh, Frank. You're so hard done by. You're so hard done by. I'll do another Frank segment for you, chat. So you can say hi and see him sitting in his ever such a polite position right now. Look at this gentleman. Look at the way he is sitting. Yes. Very distinguished. As his ball. Never leaves his side. Very distinguished. Hey, Frankie. You good boy. Yeah. Oh. Boy. Oh. Yes. What a good boy. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. Oh, big yawn. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Oh, he's giving me grumbles right now. You guys can't hear that, but he's making a lot of grumble noises because his mum's just gone and done some crafting without him. He's a very handsome lad, isn't he? Sorry, chat. I know you're here for Project Zomboid, but Frank, you know. But Frank. Let's eat one more of these ice creams. Packing on those calories. Right. Now here's the test. Is this place going to be alarmed? We shall find out. There were zombies in there, so I feel like it can't be, but guess we'll see. So we're good. Non-perishable food stuff as well. Ooh, boxes of garbage bags. I'm actually going to grab these. Great for building rain collectors with if you can just get the boxes like that. I'm actually going to swap my water for this seltzer water because it's a 1 liter instead of a 2. Don't like to carry a 2. Twiggies. Louisville Airport. We have an annotated map here. Where I saw them. Left you some food. Eat before you leave. Where is this? Okay. Up at this maybe I don't know where this is. Possibly Phallus Lake. Not Muldrow. Read this March Ridge map as well. Now we've got March Ridge. Thank you, Crusader. Appreciate you. Don't get in trouble, though, if you're at work. Ain't worth it. I'll put one of these painkillers in my fanny pack. Take the rest home. We got cola, ginger ale. More cola. Tortilla chips, some peanuts. More chips. I'm eating a lot of the smaller items just because, again, we're trying to keep the weight on, but a lot of these are good non-perishable items, to be fair. We got here cigarette packets, scratch tickets. Should we see if we win? Boo. We're a loser. Let's take these firecrackers. See how useful they are. I don't wanna try. See if I can use them to get into the next building, perhaps. Oh, there's another scratch ticket. Hang on. It could be a winner. Boo! Game sucks. Rigged. What mode do you enjoy most for a standard playthrough? Well, before the sandbox settings changed, Apocalypse. But I haven't played Apocalypse since those settings changed. And this is my first time playing Extinction. So, you know, as of the recent changes, I can't really tell you. Because it only changed in the last update. Oh, a key. Key to the gas station. Could honestly base here if we wanted to. A lot of glass, though. This is all sodas and stuff, yeah. Empty bucket. Key. Okay. Well done. I'm kind of interested. There's some more vehicles over here, so I might just sort of start trying to clear that way. It's that, or we place some sparklers over there in the trees. We could try that. Would they go off in the rain, though? Let's try it. For science. Well, I just throw them, right? Yeah. It's working. It's worked. Look at that. Oh, there were a bunch of them in those trees. Holy sh... Oh, God. Okay. It worked in a much larger radius than I expected it to. That's actually sick. Look at that. Look at me using game mechanics instead of just beating their skulls in. Well, now they're all just coming back. What's that all about? Not sure how I feel about that. There's a sprinter over there, so I gotta watch that. Thank you for the follows, folks. Do appreciate it. Been a lot of you in the last 15 minutes or so. Thank you. Okay. That has actually cleared this area, though, that I wanted to clear. So that's cool. That's cool. Right, we've got to watch this one because they were a sprinter. Come on over, lady. Oh. Get a key for a wagon. Is that this? Oh, it's this one. Damn. I would have really liked the other one. How can you tell if it's a sprinter other than the sound you made? Well, I could see it running around before we moved over. I saw it running around. This is vanilla. Yeah, no mods. I know every time there's a big update like this, I don't like to play with mods just because, you know, you don't need that pencil. Things can change a lot. Things can change a lot. Obviously, mods are quite unstable at this point as well. Right. This doesn't look like it's going to have anything really that useful, so I'm not too worried about leasing this, honestly. I mean, there's the chance that there's a key for this vehicle, but I don't know if it's worth risking. Move some zombies to even get in there, so I think we're good. Let's take the gas and take the freezer. That's a big win. You're very brave reading chat while playing Zomboid. My luck, I'd look at chat and immediately be attacked. It's mostly just being aware of your surroundings, right? As long as you're careful, it's alright. There's a little lake here, so that's good to know. I'm gonna check out the drive-in theater just to see how busy it is and how many cars there are, because if there's, you know, if it's not too busy and there's quite a lot of vehicles, we might be able to get an upgrade. Yeah, here, look, there's 2 here already. And there's not many, doesn't look like there's much in the way of zombie presence. Oh, here comes one. It's the Plonkies van. It's full of Plonkies. Okay. Quite a few zombies moving this way. Probably because they heard me drive down on the other side of the wall. But I think we can manage. And just keep our wits about us. Make sure I keep checking. I don't think they'll come all the way down. Some of them are, but yeah, most of them are stopping up that end. So this could be a good place to get a vehicle upgrade. The lock is broken on the trunk in this vehicle. That's a bummer. Gas freezer is huge. Yeah, they're a massive upgrade for safe houses. Might be able to sort of look at a more permanent safe house soon. Fun fact, actually, me and Lucy based out of that public restroom. There's a public restroom over there, I think, and we based out of it in a multiplayer wipe. One time, we converted a public restroom into a proper base. It's quite funny. Getting a little toilet block into a livable safe house with all the amenities we needed. I say we, to be honest, Luce did most of the work. I just did helped with a lot of the zombie killing, really. Alright. I feel like eating all of this ice cream should keep us on the up on calories for a good while. There's a lot of zombies up here. We can, of course, clear some of them out. But I'm more interested in seeing what these vehicles are all about, to be honest. There's so many of them. One of them must be in good condition and have a key, you would think. Yeah, this public restroom here, I feel like this was where we were. A little bit concerned about how all the zombies are moving that way, but we'll deal with that problem later. Why no shut door? What do you mean? What door? Am I being dumb? What door are we talking about? Oh, I see. Played a bit yesterday, took my hand off the keyboard to itch my nose, stealth zombie swads into my bathroom I was in, and I immediately get bit. Oof. Yeah, rough. That's a key there. Engine's in a bit better condition than mine is. Does make me wonder if maybe we could pilfer some parts off of this one. And then I think it's a different type of vehicle. Because this is a standard type, and currently we're using a heavy duty. But also we need to repair the engine on mine, which would just be like way too much work. Be better off finding like a vehicle that is a heavy type, or just a fresh vehicle altogether. He's still findable in car and house doors. Yes, I think. I want to say tentatively yes, but I think it was only car doors though, wasn't it? You couldn't find keys in house doors. I thought it was only car doors. I could be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, that mechanic does still exist, where you can find like keys in a door, which is ultimately why I'm trying all of these doors. Didn't they remove the car door key finds? Possibly. I hadn't seen anything about it in the updates that I've covered in the past, hence why I'm still trying all of these, but it could be, it's possible that I missed it. Foraging for keys is a pretty good way to get them. Yeah, that too. We could do a foraging loop around this place after we're done. Giant car park. This is the drive-in movie theater. Just outside Rosewood. Ooh. Now this is interesting. Jar of potatoes. Cook to preserve for longer. Lighting guide. This is an interesting van. Sewing kits. Compass. First aid kit military. This has got to be a survivor vehicle, right? There's a trauma bag. Oh yeah, this is a survivor vehicle. Look at this. Oh, napping. Okay. Carving bone, fishing hook, stone awls, chisels, drill. Sew hide coat. A whetstone for sharpening our weapons. We've got a duffel bag full of guns here. Is making me wonder if there's maybe a survivor zombie around here that might have the keys. Because currently I haven't seen the keys. Now I will take, instead of these sterilized rags, we're going to take these bandages. And I'll sterilize them later. We're definitely going to take these couple of suture needles. Now I'm interested by the guns. We do already have a 38 revolver back at base, but no ammo. This is one singular bullet of 38. Maybe we take the 1911. Forceps, we need those. And then I think the duffel bag itself is an upgrade. I mean, debatable, but... yes, there's less encumbrance reduction, but a bit more space. I almost feel like there's no point in us having that duffel. I mean, we'll grab it as an extra, but I don't think it's really going to do much for us. Good find, though. Are your noodles turned off? No. Don't have any negative effects to write home about right now. I keep pretty good tabs, honestly, on where my moodles are at. I'm not one of these people that, like, plays collect them all with their moodles, like I see some people doing. A bottle opener back at base. There's nothing else I need in here, I don't think. I mean, the bolt cutters are really good condition, but they're also one of the heaviest weapons in the game, I think. So, yeah, they're 4 weights. As opposed to the crowbar's 2 weights. It does make me think that there is a zombie in the nearby area that might have the keys to that vehicle. If it's a survivor vehicle. Jar of leeks and potatoes. Nice. Alright, get back to the car. Leeks and potatoes, I know. My car's bugged. No, my car's been eaten. It's been eaten. Okay. If I get into this car, is it going to absolutely ruin my playthrough? Right, let's disconnect and see if we can fix this. Let's disconnect and reconnect. Unstable build, yep. Reload fixes it? Okay, well, I hope you're right. Ah, there we go. I mean, that did seem like it just threw it out of the ground. It might be a bit more damaged, but at least it's out of the ground. Okay, so in terms of finding a vehicle, wasn't very successful, but we did get some good stuff. Maybe should have done a foraging lap, but that's okay. So keeping an eye on the time of day. Don't have a huge amount of time left. And maybe try just looking in here. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not spending time bashing that door down either. So let's get this stuff back to base, and then I think our next call will be to go through some of the rural farmhouses in the area. Because we might have a good chance of finding an axe in one of those buildings. Excuse me, coming through. Thank you. Excuse me. Sorry, pardon me. Pardon me. Oh, this is woodcraft towards the end of the series. We're just catching woodcraft coming on. I'll take it. Get an extra level of carpentry. Day is this? 6? Yeah, so this will be the last day of TV, I think. You know what this actually means, chat? Is soon we're gonna have the helicopter show up. I think what we might want to do is spend a lot of time away from the house over the next few days, which is a good time to be checking out those farms, I think. A lot of people prefer to do the helicopter event in different ways. I personally like to be away from my base location so that I'm not stirring up the zombies in that area. But that is just me. Is that actually how it works after the TV is done? That's the heli queue? No, so I think the time frame is days 7 to 9, I think it usually is. It does get announced on the emergency frequency on the radio. If you happen to know it. You know what? I'm thinking we put these jars of food maybe in the glove box. You know, a couple jars of food, like if we get stranded somewhere. Emergency food. I'm gonna put the garbage bags here because when we need them, we're gonna want to place them outside, right? Rain collectors. Box of ACP rounds. Six to 9 for helis. TV stops at day 9. There you go. Have you decided on a permanent base location yet? No, we were just talking about that. I mean, for now, I'm not in any rush to move out of here. Because we're in a sort of like rural house on the southeast corner of Rosewood. But the thing about Rosewood is that it's only really going to be good for a certain amount of time because it's a small area. So we're probably going to go somewhere else at some point. It might be somewhere I decide on sort of in the next episode or two. Blobbington the Second, Dread524, and Sunsetter01. Thank you for the follows, guys. We had a lot more than that in the last half an hour or so, so thank you very much. Hope you guys have been enjoying the stream today. Thank you for the generous subscribes that we've had as well. We've had 10 gifted subs today, as well as new subscribers. So thank you very much. Do just want to take this opportunity as well just to remind you that if you're not on the Discord already and you've been enjoying the channel, that's where you get notified when my new videos go up, where you get notified of a VOD being posted, when I'm streaming. And also, most importantly, there are extra pictures of Frank in the Discord. So, I mean, that should be all the encouragement you need. Also, exclamation mark VODs in the chat. If you've missed the first couple days of this playthrough, you can catch that there. And catch up on what you missed. Let's place this over here. Oh my god. I'm sorry if you can hear, like, what sounds like a devil in the background of my microphone. Usually my mic is pretty good at blocking out noise, but Frank has a way of just snorting all the time when he's carrying his ball in his mouth, and he's very excited about his mum sitting back down in her chair so that he can get up on her lap again. Ace, thank you very much for the Prime sub, mate. Much appreciated. Guys, can we get some bread ups in the chat, please? Okay, we have a new freezer. Do a little bit of inventory management here. We're gonna do meat on one side, and veggie in the other. And then we're gonna do bagged frozen food and prepared ready-to-eat frozen food in here. So we'll do meat on this side. Veggies on the other. Excellent. Hey, what up, gameplay? I've been watching from YouTube. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Frank, lap detected. Yeah, that is Frank. Let's read this recipe real quick. I love Irvington Military Supply Gun Range and Police Station. For a safe house? Don't forget the other cute animal pictures alongside his. Yeah, but I mean, nobody else's pets matter except mine. Frank is the be-all and end-all, alright? Just like every pet owner ever, mine is better than yours, okay? Like, Frank is the best dog that has ever existed. He is the goodest boy that has ever lived, and I won't hear otherwise. I'm sorry. That's how it works. We are Legion. We are Frank. Yes. Excellent. Frank shirt mod when? Or backpack? Just make a shirt for Zomboid with Frank on it. Wondering about hammering some nails into this baseball bat, maybe. Okay, what would I need if I needed to leave? We'd need a can of gas. Wouldn't need these. We can put these out back or something. We'd need a whetstone for sharpening weapons. That can go back in there. Trying to do a little bit of organization because there's a good chance that here shortly, chat, we will need to drive away from base because of the helicopter event. Kind of want to make sure that I am away from base for the next however long, next couple of days maybe. What's the nail spiked weapon? 5 nails. We should be able to do it on this table here. appreciate Frank, and I'm sure he's a good boy, but I'm in love with Percy, the corgi of Digby, Tatham Water, and Messy Essie. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. We all have our favorites. You're allowed, yeah, you're allowed to be wrong. That's all right. No disrespect to Percy. In fact, I know Messy Essie well. You know, we've quite frequented each other's chats a fair bit when we've been playing Project Zomboid, but I'd still say that my dog's cuter than hers any day of the week. So, you know, and there's no animosity in that at all. I just love Frank, and every pet owner will always vouch for their own over anybody else's. So, he is my son, and I love him. And everybody else's dog is uglier than mine. Where's the bathroom in this place? Here it is. Create a bit of a medical cabinet here, I think. This one will do. But excess supplies. We got spare bandage, spare suture needle. Be it for now, I guess. Is there ever a point in a PC playthrough where it gets a bit boring because you've built up enough that it becomes easy, or nah? Yeah, definitely. That's where you add mods, right? That's when most people start to mess with modding and start to challenge themselves with challenge runs. Or I've only ever really played a maximum of about maybe 2.5 months to 3 months, and then I just tend to get bored. But you know, there are many ways I can play the game, so I'm not too worried. That's a me thing, not the game thing, I guess, as well. A lot of people will be like, right, well, you know, I'm going to take this opportunity to do like a big challenge. Like, I'm going to go over to the mall and see how much of it I can clear and stuff like that. But I struggle with that when I've been going in a playthrough for a certain amount of time. I thrive in the early stages of Zomboid. How to win subs and influence followers. Insult their dogs. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you understand. Have you done a survival playthrough, as in Naked and Afraid in the Woods, and have to craft it all yourself? Yes. Yeah, there's in Build 41, we did a fully, like, wilderness survival video. We've also done a couple of them on stream before. We have our own commissioned map mod for, there's a wilderness survival thing that is, I think, been updated for Build 42 now. It's called Lost to Nature. Very good map. Obviously, I'm biased, but... okay. Right. So, where did we loot? This was the gas station, right? Was it this one? Yeah. I don't remember these two buildings. Is this... Oh, I see. This is the roof of the gas station. This is the gas station itself. Right, yeah. I don't remember the two green squares being there. Right, so... Go with red. And there is... fuel here. In blue, we have looted this. We haven't looted that, so we can kind of just leave that open, honestly. out. Now, tomorrow, we're going back out on the road. Until then, it might be wise for me to start building some mechanics as well. Kind of thinking mechanics over butchering, because our vehicle's not in a great shape right now. It would be in my best interest to start training some mechanics up as soon as I can. Had a Louisville run early in the build 42 cycle that lasted 11 months. Kept going by sticking to my clearing and looting strategy. Yeah. A lot of people can survive a very long time in Zomboid. I just get bored. Have you ever thought about trying out the mod where every zombie knows where you are at all times and you are hunting you down? Oh, what's it called? Hive mind or something like that? I feel like I wouldn't live very long in that mode. I think there'd have to be some adjustments to the way the zombies work. Frank's like attacking his ball right now, chat. I think he's in a very playful mood. You want to play, Frank? Is that what you're after? Oh, yeah, I think that's a yes. I don't know. We gotta have another Frank segment, chat, because you've got to see this. This dog, I swear. Like, what the dog doing? What the dog doing? Look at this boy. He's just being an idiot. What he's doing. Oh, worst timing of ads. Yeah, this is how I gatekeep subscriptions. Bonus Frank time for subscribers. This is premium content. I feel like Amazon Prime would have a lot more, like, sorry, Prime Video and stuff would have a lot more premium users if they just showcase, like, dogs during the time at which others get ads, you know? Ah, see, it worked. Huge Stink, thank you very much for the Prime sub. I'm glad I could convince you with the premium Frank version of the channel. He's being a goober right now. I'm playing with his ball. Just attacking it. You feeling playful, buddy? Are you having a little playtime? Ah, get it. He's such a goof. Aw, what a good boy. Do you go out, love? Would you mind just closing the window? Thank you. Oh dear, he's a good egg. Cat would like you to give him all of the love, please. Yeah, can do. He's being really playful. He's like attacking his mom's hands right now. He's in that mood. All right, let's get some sleep for the night. And I think it's on the road again tomorrow. Frank plushie mod is needed badly. There is actually a dog in the game already as a plushie that I think looks quite like Frank, actually. Oops. Just let me... Oh my god, the clicking sometimes is so annoying. Here we go. How does it feel to pimp out your dog for subs? Because I'd probably do it too. Listen. Listen. I'm just letting Frank work his assets, alright? Frank is a good dog. A good boy. And if we can earn him some treats by showing Frank, then we will show Frank. Okay? Frank is a good boy. Finish off the last little bit of our cooking learning, because I think we're about to hit level 3. But is he the goodest dog? Yes. 100%. We've just had a conversation about this. My dog is better than all of yours, by default. Because he's my dog. I love all dogs, but I love Frank the most. By default, you would be correct, because I have no dog for you to compare to. Dogs drool and cats rule. Alright, well, like I said before, you know, you're allowed to be wrong. That's okay. You're allowed to be wrong. Okay. Let's get out on the road and get away from the house before the helicopter shows up. Now, there's no guarantee it will show up today, but I want to be keeping on the move as much as I can over the next couple days. I'd rather just not be at the base when it shows up. So, we're going to go loot a couple of the farmhouses. Yeah, no, I don't mind cats. Cats are cute. I had one when I was growing up. I've always been more of a dog person, though. What's funny as well is since Lucia's been living here, since she moved to the UK, every so often she'll say, like, I can't believe I didn't think I was a dog person before I met Frank. Like, she was worried about, like, whether she'd get on with Frank, whether she'd like him, and whether he'd like her as well, and now they're just inseparable. We have a farm here. There might be a house attached to that on the left side. I'm just going to drive around. We're going to check out some rural farmhouses. There should be quite a few around this area. There's more zombies here than there were at the bloody gas station when we showed up. Look at all these. Why are there so many zombies? Uh-oh. 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 Oh, jeez. Yeah, we gotta be super careful. Well, that's like 3 sprinters. Okay, there is a garage here. I'm basically checking everywhere we're likely to find an axe. Anywhere with a garage, anywhere with basements, like this place as well. Farmhouses. Is there a window on this one? No window. That's annoying. We gotta kind of hope we're gonna find a key. Was it a dumbbell? The dumbbell. Could do some strength training. 5 weight though. Let's grab it and just see if we can carry it. Always drop it for some more favorable stuff if we need to. You know your check engine light is on? Yeah, the engine is not in a good way, but I don't have another vehicle, so... Butter. That's pretty huge. Ooh, frying pans. I don't think we have any frying pans right now. Another box of nails. Is that what you came up for?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. Lucia's just been outside playing with Frank, and then I think she came running upstairs like after about 10 minutes of being out there because she realized she forgot to close the window that I asked her to close. ADHD. No hammer and screwdriver yet? We do, but I always thought you needed carpentry to do that. Maybe I'm wrong. I might not have a hammer in the car with me. I'll check. Of course, I entered the stream with you breaking and entering a house. Yeah, as is tradition. Yeah, we didn't bring the hammer with me, but I'll keep that in mind in future. We could just break down the doors. I think it's because, like, subconsciously, I've been so used to playing on multiplayer for quite a long time now, and, like, multiplayer tends to have the rule of, you know, don't disassemble things, generally speaking, that I just haven't disassembled anything in ages. But no, you are right. If it doesn't require any carpentry skill, I should be doing that. Save a lot more muscle strain, for sure. Ooh, we might get lucky here. Okay, well, there's a hammer, so... Large hook. Seems to remember that being needed for creating butcher hooks. Still no axe. Many rats. Look at them. Nope. Still no axe. What about this one? What's the rule with, like, disassembling these? Can't, I guess. Yeah. What was I going to say? I don't even break crates, I move them out of the way. Yeah, well, there's a problem with that as well in multiplayer servers. So the trouble with moving a container in multiplayer is the moment that you move a container, the loot spawn, like, it doesn't respawn loot from that point on. It's a very common issue that we bump into in our multiplayer servers because players just don't know that exists, right? They'll go into those, like, I don't know, like, you go into, like, the military, there's a container at the refugee camp in Louisville that has a bunch of, like, military weapons containers in it, but you have to move them around to access them all, right? So a lot of people will move a few of them out of the way, not realizing that that actually turns off their loot spawn for the remainder of the, like, until the server is wiped. So we try to teach people that, like, you know, the best way is actually to use a sledgehammer to break down the walls and to allow you to access the containers that you can't immediately you can't immediately reach. Yeah, it's a silly, there's not really much they can do, I don't think, about that. I think the only real way to fix that, potentially, would be to have a simple rule of, is the container in a safe house zone? If no, respawn loot. Instead of it being, has the container been moved? Right? I think that's the only way you can possibly fix that. Is get it to do it based on safe house zones instead. Pause battery. Nothing else. Thinking about it, the furniture store east of Ekron doesn't spawn in loot for most of the furniture, so you should be able to move those items. Yeah, that would be fine. Like, a lot of places do have. Never mind. Hold that thought. I was overdue one of those, I think. I was overdue. That's a shame. There's a bloody basement there. We could have gone in. Head this way. What's up here? Yeah, I mean, some places don't spawn loot in their containers. That is true. I do think surely there's a way that instead of it being, has this container been moved? If no, spawn loot. If yes, don't spawn loot. Surely instead it should be, is this container inside a safe house zone? If yes, don't spawn loot in it. Right? Would that not just be like the simplest thing? Because that would also solve the issue that we see quite often, which is by default, a lot of loot containers no longer spawn loot once they're in a safe house, which is fine. But then they also don't spawn loot after that safe house has been released in multiplayer. It's like once it's safe house, that building will never spawn loot again. Come on! You're shitting me! So when I tell you, chat, when I tell you that we are cursed when it comes to house alarms, if the 2 alarms at the very start of this playthrough back to back weren't enough to convince you of that, this should, okay? We were convinced already before you ran Extinction, my brother. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. This is some bullshit, is what this is. Did the heli event pass yet? No. No. Why do you note it on the map? Do alarms keep going off? To be honest, I don't think alarms usually go off after they've gone off once. But I don't know if that has changed with Extinction. So I'm noting them just for my... At the minute, I'm doing it just for my knowledge. And sort of a just in case. No, and to be fair, we were overdue some house alarms. We've not seen one in a good while. Alarms will chain activate now on Extinction. Or on every difficulty. We'll have to test that for science. One of these houses will probably be a good candidate for that. On every difficulty? Okay, okay. What are the differences between Extinction and the previously high difficulty? So the main ones are that zombies can have, like, there's a low chance of there being sprinters. There's some zombies that have advanced cognition, which means they can open doors. It's random cognition, so not all of the zombies will be able to do that. And some of them have, like, longer memory than others. Some have, like, better hearing. Superhuman strength and toughness, so they'll take more to kill. And we'll break things down quicker. The zombies are basically just a lot more of a threat in this mode. That is a sprinter with the noises that he was making, so I'm glad that we came up behind him rather than open the door. Sprinters sound distinctly different to the other zombies. Keeping an eye out to see if there's any emergency broadcast frequencies around as well. That one didn't have it. Roasting pan! Yes! Okay, cool. We can make a roast. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We're going to switch on life and living. We should be able to catch the next TV show, I think. In a big city like West Point, first day is alarm day. Yeah, we had we had 2 alarms go off in Rosewood inside of a, like, literally, like, I think it was the house next to mine on spawn, and then the second house I actually went into after escaping those zombies set off another one. Zelfu, first time catching a stream. I've been subscribed for about 2 years on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate that, man. That's a really long time to be supporting the channel, so thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed the videos so far. You can tell we're British, happy at being able to make a roast. Yeah, true. True. Can't you make roasts in frying pans as well? I don't know. You can make stir fries. But I don't know about roasts. Really, just more cooking containers is good. Yeah. Got 2 horse trailers, tipped one after the other yesterday. Those poor chimkins and turkeys. Aw. Scared to find out what a checkpoint horde would be like for this game mode. Guess we will find out soon. Mm. One second, chat. The project is expected to create over 4,000 jobs and begin operations in early 2027, pending regulatory approval. A new study from the National Research Council suggests that urban green spaces significantly reduce stress and improve mental health. Researchers say even so, daily exposure to nature can have measurable benefits. Here are the latest headlines. In national news, authorities are assessing the damage after severe thunderstorms. Sorry, just had to respond to a message there. Right, so we should hopefully still have some carpentry. So far, no fatalities have been reported. Internationally, the United Nations is urging immediate dialogue following Give me my carpentry show. It's 12:10. Stop telling me about Tuck's bear. That it now, is it? That's probably it. Okay, no more carpentry shows. Okie doke. You know what? Considering we're probably not going to come back here. Let me just... Where's the... Let me smash the window. Try this side again. Hang on. There we go. Okay, there's a jack in here. We do need one of those. Yo, are you that guy from YouTube? I guess. I think so. I do the YouTubes. And I am a guy. Oh damn, it's Mr. Beast. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, let's go back by one of those alarm houses. Hey, yo. Omnom Darkweave, thank you very much for the prime. A lot of you guys subscribing today. Thank you very much for the support. It is appreciated. That's not too many so far. I will say, chat, once this day is done, I will have to call it for today. Got some food shopping showing up shortly. What's the trick to surviving the start on Extinction? I don't necessarily think there's a trick. I think it's more about understanding zombie aggro and like aggro radiuses and like how far they tend to follow you, putting things between you and them in their line of sight, you know, that sort of thing. Okay, so whoever said that alarms chain now, you're a spreader of misinformation and you should feel bad because you're wrong. This was one of the houses that we did in fact mark with an alarm, and it's not gone off the second time. Seems like I have to play so slow paced, kill a few, hide and wait for muscle strain, repeat. I mean, when I got started, we had like a crazy alarm situation go off and we basically had to run. And I managed to find myself like a little bit of a hideaway because the alarms go off. It draws them away from other areas, and it's just kind of like pushing into those areas, learning, like losing the ones that are following you. And then I also tried to sort of like make my way to the corner of the town I was in. So I was in Rosewood, started here in Buck Street, and we moved from Buck Street over to here, which is where our safe house is, right on the corner of town, sort of tucked away in the woods. So like that's I had to run. It was a crazy start, and I'm surprised that we actually lived through it. But yeah, that would be my advice, is like make your way towards the edges of town. And yeah, just learning zombie aggro radius and how to deal with it. Not the craziest idea ever to hide from the helicopter event, cover the entire map with a floor from the highest point on the map. I'm not even sure if that would work or not. You'd have to cover a wide area. I guess in theory it would work. I'm listening for the automated broadcast frequency because I want to know if the if the helicopter is going to show up. And then we're going to take this radio since it's got the frequency and we don't have a radio. Here we go. Here we go. So this is wrong. This is buglet. This is showing us... It's not showing us the values. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of this and just send it to the one of the devs just in case. So severe weather warning in a matter of days. I'll just send that to Lucy because she won't mind me sending her an irrelevant picture. Just sent you something that I want to send to the devs later. Okay, so that's it. No helicopter event yet. Up. Have this radio. And then we're gonna break into the basement. Wait, didn't we say we could disassemble? Yeah. Yeah. I drop it in the car? I think I did. Someone made a mod that fixes the AEBS? Okay, cool. Thank you. How long's that bug been around for then? Has it been like a few updates that been around for? Okay. I'll see if they know about that one or not. It might just be that like they don't really know. But they might be on their list of known bugs. I imagine they must do if it's been around that long. Oh. Hello. Mason's travel. Calipers. An antique stove. I mean, that is usually pretty big news, but we do have a propane barbecue. This is still better. It's just also very, very heavy. Let's bring the car, like, right round to the back entrance. Just keep an eye on that one zombie there. Let's see if we can lift it now that I've ditched some stuff from my inventory. We've still got enough room to carry it as well. Oh, I need my hammer that I dropped. We go. Excellent. Do we have an antique stove? Oh, this house is clear. I do want to check this one. And I think that's where we'll wrap up for today. Although this one might be a bit too guarded for us to get into. We'll see. Because a lot more zombies seem to come over to that one than they did to this house. Is it left or right? Okay. Straight on, pretty much. Let's see, how bad is it down here? Not terrible, but... there is definitely a few, but it's not terrible. Use the fences to our advantage here. Go. Yeah, what up, Zan? How's it going? Noticing that there's some magazines on the table in there. Maybe it's for pipe bombs, if we're lucky. Ooh. Okay. No. Got some salami. Oh, bread. Love bread. As to be expected, I guess. Knee pads, fresh leather gloves. And it's just the basement. Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, well, yeah, I think this makes a good place for us to wrap up for today, honestly. In a basement, about 2.5 hours into this run. Yeah. Somewhere to the west of where we started. So, those of you that are watching this on the YouTube VOD channel, as always, just a quick reminder that you can come by and watch these recordings live when we stream them on Twitch. That will be linked down in the description. And those of you watching this on Twitch, if you've missed any of today's episode, this will be on the YouTube VODs channel, which is !VODs in the chat. Or you can just search MrAtomicDuck VODs on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. And I will see you in the next one.